welcome back to the Mind a Cure with Dr. T. I'm so glad you decided to join us today. We are still talking about Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. And I was looking at Q-tips and looking at some of the uses of Q-tips. And one of the uses of Q-tips beyond what they do in terms of like beauty stuff is that some people use Q-tips to start and sustain fires. And so it got me thinking like, why would a Q-tip be used in the same way that a match would be used? They look similarly. They do look similar. They have little round points and a stick, but the match has energy in it that the Q-tip doesn't. And so because I found that parallel very interesting, I decided that today we should talk about not matching energy when you feel like something is personal or about you, avoiding the urge to match energy. And as we go through this video at the end, I'm going to show you a brief exercise that you can do to get some of that negative energy out of your system if indeed you do find yourself having the temptation to match energy. What do I mean when I say match energy? So I work with young people, and a lot of times the expression they'll use is like, well, if she came at me like that, I'm coming right back at her with that same energy. If she doesn't care about me, then I'm not going to care either. And I find that I have a tendency to match energy sometimes when the energy is kind of like lower level. For example, I've worked places where things haven't been the way I felt that they should go. The leadership hasn't been as responsive. And so I kind of quiet quit. Like, okay, if y'all don't care, I'm matching that energy too. And y'all about to get the bare minimum out of me. So matching energy is not always about like, oh, I'm going to match your intensity. I'm coming back for you the same way that you came back for me. Sometimes we're matching energy in the sense that if people or the environment are giving off mediocrity, ho-hum, slackness, then we kind of settle into that. And when we match energy, what we actually do is take that on as an identity. Because as soon as you start matching energy, you're doing a habitual behavior that becomes a part of who you are. So you're taking on the identity of the very thing or person that you are saying that you dislike and you don't want to become. But in the process of matching energy, you actually are becoming that which you despise, which is not where you want to be if you're trying to experience more joy and more happiness and get out of depression and get out of sadness and get out of misery. So how do we think about this matching energy? A picture came to my mind, and I'm going to bring my assistant in to help me with this. Come on, assistant. All right. Ooh, you looking sharp today, brother. Thank you. Okay. You got a little something on your lip right there. There we go. All right, now you're looking right. So when we match energy, we are sort of like twinning with our enemy, and we're starting to look like the very person that we say that we dislike. And we not only start to look like that person, but we ignite a fire, just like a match would actually ignite a fire. All right.
Really getting the match?
Get the match. So when you match energy, when you go tit for tat, when you decide that you are going to give that same energy that you're getting, this is what you're doing. You see that? And you keep matching that energy. You keep matching that energy. And now you have a fire. And what happens with this flame is that it continues to burn. It burns in the sense that it consumes your productivity. It consumes your focus, because now all you're doing is thinking about this fire. You're thinking about that person. You're thinking about how you're going to get back at them. You're thinking about all the ways that you just want to make sure that they understand that you're not the one to play with. So you matching energy, and you are setting a fire. You're setting a fire. And in the process of setting a fire, you're consuming and burning things in your life that you actually value. So instead of, see all this smoke? Now I can't breathe. I started off matching energy. And look at me now. I can't even breathe. And I value my peace. That's important to me. I want to be able to breathe, take it in, feel joyful and peaceful. And I can't, because I've been matching energy, right? So we got to clear some of this smoke. What are we going to do?
Pour the water.
We're going to pour some water on it? Okay. Pour the water on it. Now, what does this water represent? Make sure you pour it on there good. Okay. That water represents kindness. That water represents love. And we do not have to be consumed with strife and envy and hatred when somebody comes at us like that. I was at the football game the other day and I accidentally walked through the line of cheerleaders. And I was watching the football game because it was a good game. And somebody was getting tackled. So I wanted to see. And I accidentally walked through the line and I didn't hear the lady saying, "Ma'am, can you move?" So when I did hear her, I heard a tone that I did not like. "Ma'am, can you please?" And of course, my immediate impulse was to swing my head around and put that finger up and let her know, "Oh, you think you know who you're talking to, but you really don't, because I can come and go there with you." But something inside of me said, "No, we're not matching energy today." So I simply said to her, "Ma'am, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or rude. I cheer for the other team, but I want your team to do okay. I don't want your cheerleaders to be disrupted. I apologize. And thank you for asking so nicely that I move. Have a blessed day." And you know what that did? That diffused her little flame. And the cheerleaders were looking at her and they were like, "Now you ought to be ashamed treating that nice lady like that." And you know what? I didn't feel that tightness in my chest. I didn't hear those negative words resounding in my brain that I sometimes do after I've had an argument, either verbally or in my head with someone. I was able to let it go. I was able to throw. That's right. I was able to put that fire out. Now, sometimes fire can be good. In some situations, if we have gotten to a point where we have taken things personally over and over and over again, and we have built up a root of bitterness, what we need to do is we need to get it out. And so I want to show you this technique. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down the name or the situation.
Mom, can I wait?
Where you want to? No, wait. Before you write, I don't want you to write your name. You're going to write down the name of someone who offended you or a situation that made you really upset. You know what you want to write down? If you can't think of something, I'll write it and then you can just do the exercise.
Somebody's name that did that before.
Somebody that did something that you didn't like in your class.
Okay.
You told me about somebody one time that said something ugly to you at school.
When?
A couple of weeks ago. Oh, you know what? Your teacher.
What?
You remember you told me that he made you feel discouraged?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he did what?
Yelled at me.
Okay, so we're going to say, when you yelled at me, I felt discouraged. But you know what, son?
What?
He was yelling at you, but it didn't have anything to do with you. Did you yell back at him?
No.
Did you match his energy?
No.
I know, because you're not that type of kid. But he was yelling at you because something was going.
Sad.
How you felt sad? And when you came home, I told you that he wasn't upset with you. Something was going on with him. And I didn't want you to feel sad. And I don't want you to feel sad anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to burn that experience in the fire of forgetfulness. Now, God takes all of our mistakes and all of the things that we do wrong, and he drowns them in the sea of forgetfulness. So we are going to burn this experience, and we're not going to be sad about it anymore. You are 6 years old and not allowed to light matches. Okay? So if you want to, you can hold this paper, though.
Yeah, and then when the fire starts...
Okay, children, do not try this at home. You see mommy is sitting right here with Jalen, okay? So if there is something that you have taken personally and you want to release the resentment and you want to release the sadness that you feel about that experience,
light it up.
You can literally burn it in the sea of forgetfulness and vow that you are not going to match energy anymore. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, what you want? You want to hold the paper? You ready to get a hold to this match, huh? Okay, I'm going to let you hold the match. Just hold on. Hold the paper. Okay. This represents your sadness from that experience with your teacher, okay? Let's see. Let's light the match. Two. There it is. All right, here you go. Oh, it's going out. These are some cheap matches.
They don't hold for that long.
All right, let's try again. All right.
3, 2, 1.
All right, come on, get the paper over there. No, get the paper. All right, we are burning our sadness in the fire of forgetfulness.
And then drop it in.
Drop it in. All right. We are not taking it personally because we know it wasn't about us. And we're not going to match energy. We're just going to burn it in the fire of forgetfulness. All right. All of it. All of it. And once the smoke clears, that's forgiveness and forgetfulness.
That's what I said.
I know. I'm just bringing it home. All right. Good job. All right.
It's about to make a bigger one.
So, my family, I have a question for you. Do you need to burn anything in the fire of forgetfulness today? Are you ready to quit tripping and stop taking something personally that has robbed you of your joy, stolen your sense of satisfaction, and put a pause on your peace? If so, I encourage you today. Set that fire of forgetfulness and vow never again to match energy. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us on Mind the Cure with Dr. T. If you liked it, then hit that like button. If you feel like somebody else can benefit from this message, share it. And if you have some feedback about what you want us to talk about or how we can talk about it in a way that connects better with you, then put something in the comments. Or Or if you just want to encourage us and tell us how good we doing, put that in the comments too. All right, my assistant Jalen said he wants to say something. What you want to say? Hold on, we can't hear you because you're moving this. All right, so when you got to say something to the family is out there, so you got to talk to them, okay?
Okay.
All right, what you gonna say to the family?
You can ask if if you want her to post any videos that's less related to you.
All right, did you hear him? Y'all make sure y'all ask about those videos, okay? See y'all next time. Thank you.